that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave.
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lying.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond fare.
Oh, my good man. Drink, you please.
Please do keep shouting, Almighty.
Made a big change on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Polite, handsome, and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire. I'd be afraid alone in the dark.
You don't think it's effective, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do anything.
Chicken! Any real damage from the chicken?
Greetings! These stores are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the seven.
Yeah, chicken! Yeah, chicken! Come on, chicken! Yeah, chicken!
The cretin's question crossed her lips. I ate an ale of aptitude.
Hey, no. I think that was an insult.
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do
Good luck with these Sicilian sauce, Hunter. They'll run you ragged if you let them.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face furious. She bit me in the face. On it!
Look on the bright.
You're a sauce hunter, aren't you? They say you can talk to animals, but I for one won't be falling for such a tall tale.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, Screech woman.
Those boots would embarrass up against both. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Hey, Tull, I think that was an insult.
What have we here, then? A so-called sauce hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicile, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs, you hear? I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Sicile, by which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead. For I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into drivelling hordes of their own misshapen number. Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother, but he just had to send for sauce hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery's afoot. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot sauce hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you! Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion... If you must. Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming. And it takes all the sword arms and all of Ahu's half-baked contraptions to keep them at bay. Keeping them at bay, that is all we do. Were that I could break their backs once and for all. How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight, Hunter? Are you? Sisal stinks of fish, reeks of orcs, and on a good day the wind disperses the stench of decomposing corpses. I can't remember the last time I had a proper piece of steak, and by now I retch at the mere sight of sardines. So in conclusion, I am not enjoying Sisal. We are the pride of Rivellon, to be found and to be seen everywhere. We don't hide in the dark and lurk in corners like some I could mention. No, we protect the civilized from the barbaric, and we do so impeccably. I'd say they're looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical machines, so they're trying their luck by sea. They won't succeed, though. Not against the Legion. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body parts. Sects, sorcerers. He'll be seeing flying carpets next.
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome. But certainly, what would you like to know? Oh, I am but a wizard, a guardian of man and beast, and indeed I am both. My body, like any other, is bound to temporal decay. But my spirit is a speck of light that shone forth from the eternal sun that is the cosmic soul. My task upon this earth is to protect the heart of nature, the very antithesis of which is the intrigue spun by demons and directors of the dead. Hence my involvement in Sisal. You see, my one desire is to witness a world in which every mother looks around her and purrs with calm contentment, for she knows that her chicks or children, her cubs or calves, will grow up without knowing the meaning of menace, the enfeeblement of fear. To my great regret, none of them purr as yet. Oh, but that's not a trick, it's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise? Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct, even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest act. What do you think you're doing? I hope your quest fares well, dear Hunter.
Sorry, sir. You don't think it's infected, do you?
Think that's funny?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Furious! She bit me in the face!
A good day to you.
Oh, my good man. Drink.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've never...
You think you can speak that way to her? Oh, well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye on you, Baron.
I am a duke. Potato-eating peasant.
Join the Sun Club if you got an eye for
You'll be
farming,
concerned
mate.
enough when you realise that reward money won't
Well,
be
hello
lying in
there.
your pockets.
Oh, my good man. Drink, if you please.
Please do keep shouting behind me. Stop right there. Until you've received the captain's permission to enter, this door doesn't exist. Got it? Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene. Enjoy.
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible, terrible, terrible! It will consume us all!
What can I do for you, Source Hunter? Of course you do.
The man's trash.
Good. No use in standing about.
By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? Two Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time? How very, very, very curious. Your guess is as good as mine, my newfound comrade. Here I stood upon this tiny vestige of space and time, and there you appeared. Quite good timing, by the by, because the ground here has been fast shrinking beneath my feet. Oh, but I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zigzax the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is and, hopefully, all that is to be. What am I doing here? Attempting to avert disaster, of course. Attempting to prevent all that is from disappearing. Tell me, friend, when I mentioned that this place is the end of time, did your heart quicken and your stomach? Time ought to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has happened. Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
I think that imp may be quite mad.
Then we...
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal. It's... The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long, dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting and hoping, could it be? You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end itself to move further away. Those torches, a light! This portal active once more. It cannot be coincidence. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exactly what I mean. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as well. It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal would ignite. Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one. Ah, though I cannot say for certain, if it is what I believe, then our prayers might well be answered. In fact, every last question that ever plagues your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is nothing other than... But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, we'll find out for certain. After you, after you. Oh, what wonders we may find on the other side. You first, but don't dilly-dally. Yes, just as I hoped.
The wild ride continues. It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
he, milady? The weaver of time? Mother of history? Author of all that has ever been?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane? If any other being in Rivellon asked me about the details of their comings and goings, I could describe them down to the minutest of details. But you are different. Of you I see nothing. I know nothing. So please, do tell me, how did you arrive here? A stone? So. It was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so? Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone. Source hunters, it would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are. Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret, a secret lost even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes, though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all. Indeed you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the Void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the Void. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost? Come, come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon. Not just... No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the Void back to wherever it came from. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time. Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot! Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but alas, such a booklet does not exist. Just like yourselves, Starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my writings and on the tapestry. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. The stones are therefore most likely to be found in the ancient ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. 2 more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, and consult with my agent. Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. Old age can't touch me, that's one. Immortality is mine as long as no one skewers me with a sword, and even then I'll be back in a jiffy. But so, gather those Starstones so that we may know that neither do I. But the mere fact that activated Starstone has set the Weaver of Time weaving again more than implies that it and the Void Dragon are natural enemies. This in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events in motion. You who is handing the Weaver new threads. And that which she is weaving is more than an ornament to decorate the shelter plane. It is both history and future history. It is all of time. We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation from the grip of the Void. Now, lonesome observing the frontier of creation? Surfing the vibrant tide of the eons, always approaching yet never reaching shore? Lonesome being privy to all that has been and all that is? Well, yes, actually. I don't mean to complain, but one certainly doesn't mind a bit of company now and then. Perhaps you can imagine the profound pleasure it is to have made the Weaver's acquaintance after all. Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent, my eyes and ears upon your world. I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you...
I assume you address me for a reason, so go on. Speak. And so let the hunt continue. More junk.
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins besides.
Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, is it not? Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot! I wonder, do you know more of...
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree, where you can come to no harm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone. And I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight of dying time must somehow be interconnected. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way. While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the grande dame of time, I snuck into his house and had a look around. The advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house even rewards you with a slice of fresh herring. That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent and innocent, though bloody murder may have been committed in their name. Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word, safety. But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves that by necessity call any patch of ground they rest upon home. Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a precious circumstance, saved all too seldomly. Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. A pointless instrument stripped of the potential of creation. It is void. It is death. It is nothing. I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars. But I do know I'd rather err on the side of caution. If Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I lays beside the hearths of home. I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert, then shared what little food and water he had with him. So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed and marveled and told me stories about his travels. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help him in any way I could. As of now, that includes helping the two of you. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzags asked me to give to you. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you straight to its twin. Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat during your travels, do stop to say hello.
What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
I sailed the seas and walked the worlds.
My flesh melts before my eyes!
The sun is out. Yet I feel a cold inside my soul.
A magical pyramid, eh? Frivolous and lecherous magic, more like. Leave my house, afore the divines punish you for your aberrant ways. No, if you please. This room is private.
Yet I feel a cold inside my soul. To and fro the city's youth. They hustle and...
Please do keep shouting.
I believe I have found that component. That book. Yes! You must join the Fabulous Five right away, as soon as time... Tell me. They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
good man. Drink, you please.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Good look out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond Syseal's ramparts.
Come on, chicken, viens, s'il te plaît. La poultry. Here, chicken.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Poultry. Come on
Potent
now,
heat.
I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all
Hey, you're a
that.
source hunter, aren't you? They see you can talk to animals, but half of one won't be...
Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly will be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, Screech woman. The beast speaks. So you have to breathe like the all have
What have we here? What about it? I'm Captain or what? Oh, what now?
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Ah, now, I pulled her off you.
What do you think you're doing?
Joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Toasty!
Well,
In
hello
that case,
there.
you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, Screech woman.
Good look out there, Hunter. Evil lurks
Feeling
beyond
hot under the
Syseal's
collar.
Oh, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah.
For the whale of the good stuff.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Stop right there. Until you've received the captain's permission to... Not exactly the friendliest bloke.
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible! By the quid!
That imp may be quite mad.
Then we'd better appease him.
You
Have a
first,
look
you
through
first.
the looking
But
glass.
don't dilly-dally. Come now, don't be coy. Have a... You first, but don't... You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal. It's... The portal. Those torches. Good. There are. But... You first. Yes! Just as I hoped. There it is.
The wild ride continues. It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what it hoped to find here.
I have the last test. The last test. The last test. If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it. Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me.
Astounding!
This is if but so start
mystery.
It would have yes, if we indeed
Why?
without
That's key. So, what do you think, Source Hunter? So, what do you think, Source Hunter? What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell! So, what do you think, Source Hunter? The glint in your gaze and the set of your... No, with you. But you'll need a... Luckily, off you go. Cross my... Like the imp would, just like you. From what ruin? Neither do I. Listen, we... Oh, but I'm so lone... Well, yes, perhaps you... Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to... I hope you'll be able...
in the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods and men, of beasts and spectral apparitions. The drift of continents through changing seas, except, it seems,
Source hunters! I know, and I'll be it can therefore... That means the task... While you... The advantage. That's where I... Don't we all... But, like any... Let me phrase... I'll not... If Zix... I met him first, so I told... In the end, he... Oh, before you go... Here. Take this teleport... You'll need the other one, too. Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall...
Ah, how intolerable it is to think that all the knowledge of the world is being gathered by an imp. A creature that is no more than the result of a demon's bowel movement imbued with the breath of life. And yet I am a tad jealous of that jabbering little jester. To know all. It is a consummation devoutly to be wished. You'll rue the day you lend your trust to anything that is demon-touched. But this particular specimen, it delights in scholarship. A quality I must admit that highly speaks to its advantage. Let us learn, Hunter, whether you like it or not, and through wisdom grow ever more mighty.
Inside my soul.
May the seven keep you.
Bucks of years.
Ow! My gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you? Ow! Go ahead then. See if I'll be Out now, if you please. This room is private. Don't just stand there. Go! Away with you! What are you still doing here? Begone!
Interesting devices, these pygmies among pyramids. They may be small of stature, but their potential is gigantic. Deceivingly clever. It is a trait all demonic machinations share. Yes, demonic. So very obvious to the trained eye. These apparatuses have been forged among the voids of the outer realms, where the light of stars does not reach. You do well to treat them with the utmost care. Perhaps it would even be for the best if you sling them into the reaches of infinity that surround the shelter plane. Better safe than sorry. It is an uncommonly trite thing to say, but it applies to all things demon-dreamt and devised.
There. Go! Away with you! What are you still doing here? Begone! Out now, if you please. This room is private. Don't just stand there. Go! Away with you! What are you still doing here? Begone! out now, if
So
you
we shall. Always remember, Hunter, always, that when demons are in play, you are the hunted, and that it takes stupendous cunning and strength to escape their snares. The very moment you are certain you have them in your grip, that is the moment their traps spring, and it is their grip that shatters your soul. Dueling with demons is like playing chess against an opponent with queens for pawns. They sit and grin, while your pieces slip in the sweaty fear that drops from your beleaguered brow.
Don't just stand there.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Away with
Is
you!
he trying to tell me something?
Here. Begone!
Lucky
Oh,
find!
That's a sheep! Where's Jake's corpse?
This room is private. May the seven keep you.
Here lies Jake. Please do not disturb.
Look here, even a sage and author as renowned as I is flattered when mortals dare among the dead to seek him out. Well, here I am, Nemeris the Wise. You may go wide-eyed with amazement now. Oh, I've written so many celebrated treatises, but of course you have read and revered the philosophy of death. The diamond in the crown that is my literary legacy. There isn't a civilized soul alive that hasn't perused its profound pages percolating with perspicacity. Alas, that so few show an understanding of my words, so few show the expected intellectual growth when I put them to the test. You can, and indeed you must. But alas, I was not buried with a printed version of that blueprint of genius that is my inimitably esteemed essay. Never fear, though, for each and every library in Rebelon boasts a copy, the gilded cherry on their paper pie. Do you truly feel you are ready to prove that you have read and understood the philosophy of death? Your refusal speaks greater volumes than my 10-part tome on the mating behavior of feral dwarves. You dread the test. You fear it. Do you truly feel you are... Then we shall proceed to test the mettle of your... Between life and death, death is the greater force. So argues the clergyman. Is he correct? Let us proceed. Life is life's own goal, the question that is itself the answer. Good! Now I am unburdened of all worries, am I not? Last query. Boldly do I scorn the bonds of faith and fear. Death I dub thee life's equal. Is this my salvation or my undoing? Hopes and up. A combination of words I've long since forgone to couple, let alone put into action. And before me stands a living proof why. Begone, ignoramus. Have you not... Divinity shall not go unpunished. Perhaps death itself shall teach you more about philosophy.
I am Septimus, seventh son in a household of 9, legionnaires all. Me and 2 brothers of mine were assigned to Sicile from day 1. Alas, both of them have long since fallen in battle against the dead. But never shall I lose heart. Long as a single legionnaire stands, all of us remain undefeated in the eyes of the gods. So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Riverrun, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. She stands accused of murder, but in my mind, her presumed guilt is a fallacy, and indeed a fabrication. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought before me. And I hold no such proof exists. Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicily. The Council of Seven couldn't have wished for a better ambassador. That he of all people should have braved the undead siege for so long, only to be felled by foul sorcery, is heartrending. And what questions are those? The Sicilians used to say this was a chosen place, favored by the higher powers. But they don't talk like that much these days. Hard to feel favored with such horrors haunting every border, I imagine. I remember waking up with a head full of hammers 2 years ago. The drill sergeant barking away, "Up you get, lads, we sail for Sicile. Them's in need of the Legion over there." They certainly were, and they are still. Only, we cannot grant them victory. For I have yet to see the mortal soul that can put those undead bastards to rest once and for all.
My, what a strong and handsome officer you are.
The sun is out, and yet I feel a cold inside my soul. The bane of age, the crux of years.
I assume you address me for a reason, so go on. More prey. Oh.
must douse these flames!
I strike from the soul of air!
Knockout blow! On the mend. sweet relief.
Try to withstand this wintry blast.
Here lies Jacques, the oldest man in Sicil. Get off my grave, ye jackanapes.
Fancy that. A source hunter barging in when the lady of the house is fully dressed. Who could have fathomed such a thing?
Meow.
Cats. Such beauty. Oh, hello again. Please tell me how I can help you during your investigations. I know your plate is full enough to... That depends. What kind of berry... Ah, the library. Please yourself. Let me know if you change...
Legion's greetings, Hunter. I am Septimus, seventh son in a house...
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth.
We've secured the perimeter.
Livestock's got twice the sense and thrice the soul of the average human, I say.
Which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case. Potions to... Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are, barging in here? Out, I say, right this instant. I'm sorry. I'm an apprentice. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation. But perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing life and death than I.
Soothing the corpses.
Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silver Glen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates, they call themselves, that espouses the belief that certain stones can heal wounded flesh. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger instantly healed, leaving no trace of the wound. Needless to say, I was astounded. But it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously. You are? Ah, I thank you a million times for your help. Who have you decided should receive the healing stone? Boris it is? Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man. My heart breaks for the other.
Thank
No,
the Seven.
no, this is highly abnormal. What is this? This lightning?
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond all blame. I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend. I'm feeling stronger already. 1,000 thanks to you, my hero. I promise I won't waste the life you've given me. What will I do? What won't I do? Seeing how short life can be, how easily it can be taken from you. I'll see it all, do it all. And after I've climbed every mountain in Riverland, and smooched every girl who'll have me, I'll devote myself to learning the magic that saved me. Everyone deserves to feel the thrill of a renewed life. I'll see you around then. I'm liable to spring out of this bed at any minute.
Can't say I didn't want to live. Wanted it with every fibre of my heart. Not just for my own sake, but for my family, you know. Oh, my Matilda. What'll my sweet Matilda do? Enjoy what remains of your life, will you? Never know when it'll be snatched out from under you.
Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for fried potatoes.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Let us see if you can choose the finest Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
I'm straight. I'm true. Harris by the dozens.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Still thinking about exploring the beach? You're free to go, though we Legionnaires are under strict orders never to abandon our posts. So I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. I'll bring some backup if I were you. Of course, the choice is yours, but are you sure you want to venture out? Thank you for heeding my words of warning, Hunter.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
Feeling hot under the collar?
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source
I'm
Hunter.
dripping.
Potent heat.
You there! What? Has the ground turned to glue when you've been naughty around here?
as dragons.
Good luck out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond Sightseal's ramparts.
Sigurd by my right arm.
Oh, the coast reminds me of my long-fled youth.
Daemon Daemonium. I'll find you yet. And so let the hunt continue.
Nothing but rubbish.
The sun is out. And yet, I feel a cold inside my soul.
More junk.
Crux of years. To and fro in the city's youth. They hustle and bustle, while I sit here stagnantly and watch them go by. The sun is out, and yet I feel a cold inside my soul. Bane of age. Crux of years.
Here lies Nemris, master of philosophy.
Another chance!
Here lies Jacques, the oldest man in Sicil. Get off my grave, ye jackanapes.
Sweet relief!
Here lies Jacques, the oldest man in Sicil. Get off my grave, ye jackanapes. In memory of Lony, death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field. In memory of Lony, death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
spirits of air vanquish my foes.
I'm on fire!
baking like a cake.
The time of your death is at hand!
I'm drenched! I don't have the right tool for mining. You were right there!
I'm dying.
In memory of Loni, death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
My heart beats too slowly to sustain me. I needed that. I need another chance!
I'm drenched.
and undoubtedly I have answers. More prey awaits.
I don't have the right tool for mining.
The Seven, call me home.
Healer!
Ah.